So we're live on YouTube. From now on, we are all famous people in here. All right. Or
Okay.
what? Just kidding.
I'm getting used to show myself on YouTube.
Oh, that's good. Here on TNT, or do you have your own channel?
No, on TNT.
Oh, nice. Nice. And you know what's the best part of being live on YouTube? Maybe like in 4 months, maybe in a year, you're going to go back to a meeting that you participated, and you're going to be like, oh my God.
Like how much I've improved.
Yeah, I improved a lot. My skin is a lot better now.
I mean,
Yeah, it's the same since I started the TNT. Is for me is very nice because I speak a lot in Portuguese, but in English, I don't remember the words. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. But when I started TNT, TNT, I more confidence. Confidence, I'm more relaxed, I'm more, I don't worry.
Yeah. Why worry? Making mistakes when we're talking, it's super normal. It's a part of the process. We do them when we're speaking in Portuguese. Sometimes I think I don't know how to speak Portuguese. I just forget stuff.
Yeah. My daughter live in New Zealand, but he living 80 years old. And Bruna told me, "Oh, mom, no worry, because English in your life is second language, no first language. No problem. Just keep calm." Okay, keep calm.
She's right.
Yeah.
It's just you're doing a lot better than a lot of people. Like, it's funny because in many countries, they don't bother about learning, especially countries where they are already speaking English. They don't bother learning other languages like French, Portuguese, Spanish. So then it's like you're doing, you're going after what you want. You're learning a new language. That's something really great to do.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Let me go over. First of all, the introduction part. Victoria, could you tell us who you are?
Yeah, I'm getting used to this question, but I used to hate it. But so I'm Victoria. I'm 26 years old. I work as media analyst in a international hub in a marketing agency. So I've been training English because I'm not that good, so I have to improve. And I'm here for it, and I like to binging series. I like a lot to watch a lot of movies and TV shows and that kind of stuff. And I love to read. And study, I study a lot, but because I really like it. And I'm from São Carlos, is a country city, like it's in São Paulo state. And I think that's it.
Awesome. Very good. Fist bump. I work with media too.
Cool.
And Aussies. I'm actually the social media analyst here on TNT.
Well, I am media analyst, but in Raccoon Monks. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I know Raccoon. It's nice.
Yeah. Raccoon, there's Rocky, Raccoon, it's a group for S4. It's a big group. It's international.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I've never met anybody that worked at Raccoon, but I got to know the company when I was studying a little bit about I forgot what I was studying now. I don't think I was paying too much attention to the classes, but
But you met
okay.
someone or you no, just the company. Just the company.
Just know the company, but you're the first person I know that works there. That's nice. Great. Now, what about you, Sonia? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Okay. My name is Sonia Keller. I am 56 years old. I live in Curitiba. I work medical products in hemodialysis specific. And I married 35 years old. And I like read a book, watch TV, movie, Netflix, for example. I love. I movie the children, ok? Precisa, a Princesa do Sapo, because for me is more easy listening the English. I practice sport in ride a bike and running, more running, because ride a bike, I follow my husband, because my husband love ride a bike. Okay, I think I have one daughter, 31 years old, and living in New Zealand, no with us, but no problem. It's very nice.
That is really great. And by the way, congrats, because doing a sport like regularly is difficult to get that into your habits. The only sports I've been doing really lately are forklifting, just for like eating. So, so that is really great. It's nice to have you here for one more conversation. And well, I'm Junior. I'm 20 years old. I've been an English teacher for 3 years now, and recently I started working here on TNT as a social media analyst. And it's been pretty cool. I've been here on TNT for 2 years now, and it's been awesome. I really love the platform. It's been great. Like the things we do here, the product we have, and like I'm really in love with like the work we do here. It's great. And I am very similar to Victoria. I love reading. I just like really love reading. I've been kind of sad and angry with myself because I haven't read as much as I wanted lately, but I do want to get back to reading. I have a lot of books in there that are just waiting for me. They're like feeling a bit lonely, but I'm going to give them some attention one day. And I understand you, Sonia. I love animations. Animations are so great. One animation that I've been wanting to watch lately is Steven Universe. Do you know? No?
No.
Steven Universe? Steven Universe is an animation from Cartoon Network. It's pretty cool. I've been wanting to watch it. That's something I'm gonna watch soon. But and Frozen. I love Frozen.
Yeah. I love you, Frozen. I love you, Princess. It's very nice.
All right. Now, for question number 1, we have, what are your core values? As Tara said, the most important values you have and you follow in your life. For you, Sonia, what are your core values?
Yeah, for me, the respect, honesty, humildade. I don't the name the pronunciation, but humildade, empathy, sense of justice, né? Because is very important. Education, oh my gosh, this solidariedade, teacher. Yeah.
I guess the pronunciation is solidarity.
Yes, solidarity. Yeah. Ethics. I think this word is for more responsible this situation, but independent the situation, we are important value for me.
Awesome. That's really great. And what about you, Victoria? What are your core values?
I totally agree with Sonia. I like to add, I think equality. I think this is the one of the most important values because you have to respect and you have to get aware that people are different, but you have to respect and you have to understand that this difference is good for you. It's good for the environment. It's good for your place. And I think this your values is a thing that you have to like. You have to get it serious. Like you have to. It's not. How can I say? It's not negotiable. You are in that way, and no matter when you are, no matter who you are talking to, you have to being like being I don't know, being stressful. Like I don't know how to say, but to know your own truth. That's what I have to say. I want to say. You have to know yourself and know your own truth and like just being in that path.
Yeah, like trying to be like your true self and understanding of other people's true selves as well, like, right? Awesome. Well, for my core values, I agree a lot with all of you girls said, but I wouldn't say that I have all of these core values. I guess the things that the values that I like worry the most are empathy, of like trying to understand that what other people are going through, and if I'm going through something bad, it's not other people's fault. So I try to be respectful and loving and caring with other people, even when I'm going through bad stuff. Another core value that I have is like trying to help, if I like, as much as I want, when as I can, when I see a person in need. Because a lot of people have helped me before, and it's only fair if we return this to other people too. And I guess these are like the most important I have, but overall, kind of like a lot of what you girls said. And this thing of like trying to put yourself in other people's shoes, that I try to do a lot, because we never know what the other person is going through. Sometimes we need to try to look at situations in another person's point of view, because in our head we're being completely fair, 100% fair, but we don't know where the other person comes from. So,
Yeah,
Definitely.
right. Now, Victoria, how did you create or acquire these values to yourself?
I think my mom taught me these values, but in my life, I see a lot of things that make me the person who I am. So it's my self experiences and my education, how my parents, what my parents did it with me, and I put this in a balance, and who I am is the equilibrium of those two things.
Right. What about you, Sonia? How did
Yeah.
you create or acquire these values to you?
I admire my parents because these core values, my parents bring me, yes, bring me in the my eye and my slim my brothers, meus irmãos, is very important when the child has the situation in your life, since small, because uh, after I received the core values in younger, I we will transform your life in all the time. I remember when I create, I don't know, create my daughter, okay. I told you about this situation, the respect, honesty, humility, empathy, sense of justice, education, solidarity, ethics is very important when I told make eu doing with my daughter, because today when I look at and transforming my daughter is, oh my gosh, I thanks God, because I cumpri minha missão, how demand is very nice. Is very important for me, this situation, because I remember when I had the younger, my father, olha, nunca passe na frente de nunca precise estar numa porta de uma delegacia. This in my mind is concern your name, okay? Okay, Daddy, no problem. Is this for me is very important, this situation.
Oh, nice.
More philosophic this point. Júnior.
Awesome. Great. I would think that.
Mas é verdade, okay? It's true.
Mhm.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
No, I believe. But I was thinking it's funny because your dad, if you lived in my city when you were young, it would be impossible for your dad to tell you that, of like never needing to be in front of a police station or a police department, because I used to live in a very small city, and everything you would do, you had to do on the police station. To get your documents, you had to go to the police station. To get your driver's license, you did this. The test was on the police station, so it was really difficult not to go. You would have to go to the police station at least once in your life. But it's cool. It's really nice. And since you girls already made the connection, I would like to jump to question number 7 already. Like, what impact does your family have in your on your core values? For you, Victoria, what is the impact? Do you think they completely shaped all of your values? Do you think they like built the base for who you are?
Yeah, I think they were a foundation, but for a good and a good and a bad thing, because I saw my parents doing my parents, no, my family doing things that I not approved now, and this was important for me because I created a sense of justice and responsibility and this kind of things, seeing the mistakes of my family. So in all ways, I think my family was an important brick in my building of myself, and just for good and just for the worst things, but mostly for good. My mom is the most humble and the best person, nicest person that I know. So I always saw her like a whole model, and I think that's it.
Oh, my cell phone, my microphone was off. Great. And for you, Sonia, the impact of your family on your values was like big.
Yeah.
Was they shape it completely?
Big, teacher, big, because I remember when my father and my mother is more demand for me, siblings, irmãos, siblings. I remember the name. Because my a big concern in my parents is as I create my children with core values. This is very important for my parents. Today, when I meeting in front the my father and my mother, I told about this situation. For example, we conversation is father or mother is very nice when I see in front of you and orgulhamos de você. Is very nice when I proud, né? This situation is for me is I really when I speak my parents is heart is because is serious for me, in my opinion.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's something that was a value that we took a long time. We learned together as a family, and we're trying to practice this more lately because, as Victoria said, there are a lot of the values that I have nowadays that I got from my parents by watching them doing both good and bad stuff. By watching my family do both good and bad, because the environment, especially that my mom grew up, wasn't a very healthy environment. My grandparents, they were not like, they didn't have the best values to pass on in the family. And even though my mom tried a lot to not pass the same values to us, like to pass better values, it is still something that was in her. So she still had some attitudes that weren't like the best, and like we tried to learn from that. But one thing we never have had in the house was good communication, like telling each other problems, trying to talk things instead of fighting. So we would never talk our problems out. We will always fight, either replace or fight, and that's something that was really serious. Now we're understood that it's like we need to talk and discuss things and try to get to a reasonable conclusion. But it was something that took a long time for us to learn, especially when it came to like seeing my parents doing something wrong and tell them, I don't think that's correct, because when we were children, that wasn't acceptable. Looking to your parents and say, oh, that's not correct. It was like absurd. But nowadays we can look to my mom and say, look, that attitude, not really good. Let's try to improve on that, you know. And I think nowadays she listens a little bit more. You know?
I am time. Eu sou do tempo. I am time. I don't know. Que that we apanhava mesmo. Okay, is very very. Today is impossible. But talk, sei lá, bater in your children. Oh my gosh, it's impossible, you know. But I don't condemn my parents' disease. I don't know. Because I stay here, my siblings stay here. They prove that the situation, no impossible education. No.
Yes.
I totally understand, Sonia, because my mom doesn't have the information that I have now, and they did it with me because someone did it with her. But I totally feel you. Is Junior?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just you on the name.
Without the R. My mom was like, oh no, letters are too expensive, let's leave the R out.
But it's Junior, right? So I totally feel you because my family had the same problem of communication, and when I grew up, I study about nonviolent communication, and I be able to understand how this is impact in our life when we are raising, and how can I make my communication better and be more empathic with people and not non-violent with my way to have conversations, give feedback for people. And I think this is so important because you create a space when people can have conversations with you without fear of being judged or something more brutal.
Yes. And that's very important, like to have this space of where you can be truth and sincere with a person without the fear of like being judged or reprimanded. That's something that we missed a lot in our family as kids, that now we have this space, you know, but it was also difficult. But I completely understand what Sonia said. And what you said, they were doing this stuff because somebody did that to them as well. They were just, you know, like in this circle, in this cycle of doing the same things, but they did the best they could with the tools and the knowledge they had at the time, you know. And I bet that nowadays, if my parents could go back in time and change the way, you know, things were when we were kids, they would. But that's something possible, you know. So like, it's kind of difficult to keep thinking about the past. I think it's better if you like try to move on and do better, you know, right now. Great. Nice. Now, when we're talking about other people, what are the values that you admire the most on other people? And do you have such values? For me, I think I admire the most the values on people that I don't have. For example, I really like responsible and organized people because I'm not. So when I have like friends or I'm in relationships with people that are organized and responsible, I feel like they help me be these too, you know, because they are a constant reminder that I need to pay more attention to things and this kind of stuff. And one other value that I admire a lot on people is like hustling, you know, like fighting for what they want, because that's not something I do a lot. So people that fight for what they want, they're really, really put a lot of effort on things. I admire a lot too. And sense of humor. I can't stand being around people that don't have sense of humor. I hate it. I do jokes all the time, and if people, I don't like being around people that don't laugh. What about you girls? What are the values that you admire the most in people, and do you have these values?
I agree with you because the humor is very nice. Sometimes I wake up make piadinhas, okay, in the morning. But my husband is very, very nice. Is very admire because he is every day. My husband, oh my gosh, não sei o quê, e aí I stay in the face, no, and smile, but my husband, oh, my darling, I love you. Me desmonta. It's very, very nice, but don't import. My husband is sleepy 1 hour p.m. or 10 p.m. No importa. O recap is very, very happy. Happy, yes. It's very nice. Senso de humor is for me is close the situation because sometimes I don't have such values.
Having this like good mood, right? Laughing
Yeah.
about things,
Oh,
it's really nice.
I totally get you because I'm the worst person indoors when I woke up. So it's that I admired, and I totally relate to you, Junior. When people, I'm organized, but in my way, so it's not the the more efficient way. So I would like to add people who are consistent in the things that they do, like go to the gym and go to the gym every day. I can't do it with the most things, like things who are boring for me. I do 1 week, and there's another I'm just, oh no, but I will do, and I don't do it. I get back and I will do it again. I will go to the gym, and oh no, I forget it. Maybe sometime, but it's so bad when you don't get this consistent in your life. Is the value that I want to achieve, because I think it's so important for the everything in your life, and I really want to be like that. But at the time I don't know. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I so get you. Like I am kind of organized, like I like to have ideas. I like to try to do things, but I never do them. I have an entire window full of post-its in here. That's how I try to organize my life and everything I do. And then I have an agenda, and then I have Trello, and then I have a lot of things to organize myself. But that's it. I build the organization, I put everything on paper, and I never do anything.
It's very nice.
I'm the same. My Google Agenda is just
Funny.
full of things, and I'm so organized, but I don't do it. I don't follow the schedule. It's for nothing. I put some effort to build a nice thing, and I look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so organized. I'm doing so well, and then I I get lazy and just lay in my bed and study.
Mhm.
Yes, there is a reels on Instagram. I don't know if you girls have already watched. There is a guy, he's talking to his brain, and he's like, "Oh, brain, that's a very good plan we built." And the brain's like, "Yeah, we built a very good plan. And now what do we do?" And the person like, I don't know. What do you say? And the brain say, "Okay, let me look on the brain manual." Dude, it says here that now we need to do the plan. It's like, no, that's not good.
Yeah, I feel the guy.
Yeah, it's typical. But we're gonna get there.
I am very, very organized in my life, in my agenda, in my work is very is I sometimes I think I am a talk, but is I very organized in my out time. Yes.
It's nice.
Mm.
It's nice. All right. Now I'm going to just skip a little bit question number 4 and go to question number 5 with you. Is there any situation that could get you to give up your core values? Like, these are the values you follow at all times, but is there any situation that would make you like, okay, screw that, don't care, I'm gonna do what I have to do?
I remember when I stayed for example, when I complain about the company, the cell phone, for example. My core value, education is bad because oh my gosh, it's terrible, teacher. It's terrible. This situation, I deal with this situation. I don't respect. I don't education because yeah.
I understand.
Okay. Sorry, but don't make other disrespect for me. Okay.
No, okay, when a person is disrespectful to you sometimes lose your values, you step out of the line. And it would be really easy for me to sit down here and to say, no, that's bad, you shouldn't do that. But many times when they keep calling me to try to sell me things and this kind of stuff, I feel the will to tell them to, so yeah.
I get very annoyed.
I completely get you.
Yeah.
I was thinking, and I'm trying to imagine and try to think a situation that I just give up of my values, and this is a good example, Sonia. Like it's so difficult trying to be polite when people is just not being. No, it's just they're so invasive, but I think it's when my life is in danger, maybe I give up of a value like empathy. I think if I was in the like end of the world, like the world was burning out by zombies, I don't know. I think I wouldn't be so empathic. I will focus and save my life. And I think this is the only situation that I can thinking about it and to give up my values.
Yeah.
I completely understand you. I like, if I'm on a plane, the plane is falling, we have 5 people and only 4 parachutes, that's bye, you know.
Yeah. No.
It's human instinct. So it's just my biology.
Yes, I understand. Well, and that, like, if my life is at stake, I'm completely like just going off the line, you know. I'm grabbing the parachute and jumping. You guys find a way to make the other person survive. And when people are being rude or like mean or maybe disrespectful, I don't know, like if you're disrespectful to me, if you're mean to me or this kind of stuff, I can take it. But don't mess with people I care about. If you mess with people I care about, I lose all the values I have, like respect, empathy, everything. And I get really close to sometimes hurting people, you know, like fighting or this kind of stuff. If you mess with the person I care about, I try to be patient for the longest time possible. You know, when you really get to my nerve, that's when things get a little scary. So there's that. If you try to messing with a person I care about, one day I was on a date with a person, and a guy on a car, he passed by us and he made a joke or something, and it got me really stressed because it was like something really mean. And I started going after the guy to start a fight. And then the person that was with me on the date, he was like, "Oh no, wait a second, come back here." You know, don't need to do that.
Yeah.
So, right. Is there any other situation that we would like give up our values? All right then. Now, if you had to give up one of your core values right now, I don't know why, because I told you so. You need to give up one of your core values right now, and you can't do it anymore. Which one would it be?
It's a hard question.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would say responsibility.
Depende the situation. Yeah. Depende situation.
I'd love to come back for my
I
mom's
agree with
and
you.
don't have any responsibility for life.
Yes. I only have a little bit. Why not giving it up?
Yeah. Independent in myself. Very nice, Victoria.
Smart.
Yeah, smart. Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably that. Now, on question number 8, can people change their values throughout life, or do people always remain the same?
Very good question, in my opinion, because I agree. The people change the value. Because I remember when my friend, for example, is very, very problem with ethic, honesty, is problem serious for me. But when I conversation, meeting, I believe I said with my friend, I believe you. because you is very nice, is very competent. I don't know the name. Competent. But do you need change this situation? Please. No, a long time, but today is other person. I love her. His situation is very nice. I remember when you're married, told me, oh my gosh, I don't live more than her because it is very complicated. No, keep it calm. The people changing. No, give up, no. E olha, today is very nice. I believe a lot the people change the value.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think that everything changed for better, for worse. So I totally agree with Sonia. I changed my values, and I think people, like at the time that they start to getting knowledge, getting information, and start to think in a broad point of view, start to improve their values, like adding things and with things that don't make more sense for them at the moment. They just like quit this value. So it's important that uh, your values being mutable, like being changeable, because you have to know that you're not the most intelligent and the most wiser people in the world. So maybe what you think that is the right thing, maybe it's not. So you have to being aware that maybe you have to change some things to be better, to improve as a person.
Yeah. And that it's like something really difficult sometimes to accept that what we believe is not correct and try to change, it's kind of like difficult. It's similar to learning. Sometimes we don't know something, but we want to believe we do. So when we realize we were wrong, it's really hard to change the belief. But it's something necessary, and that makes us it's really good, makes wow to like us and to other people around us too. So it's quite important to like understand that I'm not the wisest person on earth, I'm not the owner of the truth, and I can learn. Everybody can learn, even the wisest person on earth still has a lot to learn. So I guess people can change, but I do think that some values that it's not that they are unchangeable, but most people can't change because there are some things that we do unconsciously, like maybe from things we learned when we were children or traumas, and it's kind of like really hard to change that. So I do think that there's a lot we can change, but there's some part of the background, maybe like it's quite difficult to change, maybe like on personality or I don't know. But yeah. I do believe it.
This situation, the people need to help the psychology.
Psychologist, yeah.
Psychologist is very nice because of the trauma in the children. Yeah, I agree with you. But the people need look at the solution, because it is difficulty in sozinho, teacher, getting the situation, changing, né? Yes.
Yes, it's difficult to get out of this alone.
Get
yourself.
off. Yeah. Yeah.
It really is important. That's why I started therapy. And if you haven't started therapy yet, do. It's great. It's important, but it's not easy.
No easy. But sometimes I am conversation with other person, and only I listen the other person, I realize não sei se I see the people better because the conversation open the heart, and is for me, for example, is no problem, but by the person is very, very big problem. Independent the context and without in problem, in my opinion. Não sei se eu fiz me entender.
When I say things out loud, like when I talk with a person out loud of my problems, just to tell her, the person tell the problem, I have this relief, and I feel this like, okay, now I can breathe.
It's liberating, right? It's like you're taking the weight off your shoulder and like,
just to talk about the problem, the issue.
And the thing is, sometimes we don't even need an answer. We don't even need the person to tell us not like to do anything. We just need to get it off the chest, just like talk.
Exactly.
But assustador when find the people said no the body, but the spirit is internal, yes, because it don't find out. Is difficult. Yeah.
It really is. It's kind of like scary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you girls. Well,
it's very profound.
Yeah, we have to real ourselves with therapy and talk to someone. If you've been transferred some issue, getting help people who are watching us.
Yes.
Deal with situation is very hard. No easy.
But that's why I really believe in like making people laugh, even on the hardest situations. I that's something I always try to do. And some people say, dude, that's not a situation where you should be making jokes. But like, all right, maybe it's not a situation where I should be making jokes, but maybe this person needs a joke, to laugh, to feel a little lighter, and to brighten the situation. So that's something I believe in a lot.
Yeah.
But that's it. We have to finish.
No, because we prepare psychology, the person, no, because the subject is very nice. It's very important in your life.
I really love this subject of today's conversation. Was really good.
Me too. Me too. Junior is very nice.
Yeah.
Young and
And
conduz,
pretty.
conduz very well. I love you, viu?
Oh, thank you. I'm really glad that you enjoyed, and I love you all too. Girls, thank you a lot. I have to finish here so they can start the women's conversation, but thank
Okay.
you a lot. Stay
Thank
safe.
you,
you.
guys.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Victoria.
Have
Goodbye.
a good weekend.
Thank you very much.
Too.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
all.
It was a
Stay
pleasure
safe.
with you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
And